for this full moon energy at this time. I just did a reading not too long ago, and the audio did not record, or maybe it was working at the time, but I don't know. It's not working now. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull some more cards because that's interesting. And I left the video up because the cards are still relevant and the message is still relevant, whether the sound is working or not. Okay, so let's see what's happening for this full moon in Capricorn energy. Again, this is about responsibility, structure, the long term. That is what this buck moon, full moon in Capricorn is about. Okay, so there is a power struggle or an obsession or the need to control, and this did come out in the reading I just did. So if I see the cards that I just read upon and the sound did not come out, I'll go ahead and mention it. There was an obsession, or there is an obsession about a higher and lowest aspect, an obsession or a need to control somebody's with a power struggle to control a situation, about dependence or independence or codependence. An unexpected change is happening though. Okay, so whatever, it's like the more someone tries to control something, the more they show how much they're not in control. I want to say, okay. Let me see if there's anything else with my intro. I'm sorry. Let's just keep going. I do appreciate those likes, subscribes, comments, and shares that help my channel grow and the message get out there. Also, energy is fluid. Please flip or switch roles as necessary, or wherever it goes. Please don't try to make it fit either. Use your discernment. And as always, we'll just see how this goes. All right. Ooh, quiet now. Well, I see that, and a bunch of cards flip out. Okay, what's up? Oh, Mars, a confrontation. Well, I would say that since there's a power struggle, if this is not a power struggle with yourself, because the third house came out in another reading with who or what is around you and the right connections. So there's some kind of force about or with this power struggle or this control. Being asked to confront a large or large institutions forcing you to confront, or the other way around. You're confronting a large institution. You might be even confronting them in such a manner where it is hidden. So there's a hidden confrontation. There's an overwhelming event. Overwhelmingness came out with Pisces in the other reading, and the reason I'm doing another reading is because I think this is important energy with this Capricorn energy. Hidden tendencies. Okay, so you're also being asked to confront any of your own inner hidden tendencies, as these reactions are, it's like owning up to your weakness is confronting any weaknesses within yourself so they don't have any weight outside of yourself or without yourself. Okay, so this is something like that. These reactions don't have power. Okay, it's like the reactions don't have power without your energy, the Mars energy. Okay, so okay, let's see what's happening. What does the collective need to know at this time? Saturn. Some kind of caution or limit that is imposed. Be careful with those limits that you impose upon yourself due to limited beliefs or limitedness. There's a limitedness here. You also have the maturity. Here's that overwhelming Pisces energy. So this overwhelming limits or overwhelming cautions. You overcoming you overcoming these limits and these cautions are bringing about maturity. You're learning these lessons with Saturn. Saturn has lessons to teach, and you are willing to learn. This is also could be through your dreams or involving your dreams. You have maturity to bring about physical reality of your dreams. Caution regarding any idealizations coming from anything on the outside that is overwhelming at this time, because it might be that control or power struggle about what makes you feel secure, having to do with home base or your family, and the past is showing up here. The past dreams, this overwhelming security, there's a power struggle with this security with Pluto, 4th house, and Pisces. Hidden tendencies, hidden knowledge about the right connections, getting your ideas going, and who or what is around you. Again, power struggle with who or what is around you. The same energy that came up earlier. I wish the audio would have recorded. That was probably my fault that I did not allow access. Maybe, I don't know. That's one of my guesses. It's a possibility is what I'm saying. And that could have been my fault that it didn't record, but I don't know. It seemed to be working at the time. So I don't know how that works. Okay, so whatever is overwhelming is meant to show you where your insecurities are, so you can strengthen your insecurities, and if you or leave them where they are. Okay, it's not about focusing on insecurities or focusing on things that are overwhelming or focusing on limits, because Capricorn is focus. It's not about focusing on the cautions or what is imposed. It's about seeking the understanding behind it within yourself, so it doesn't become overwhelming, so you can feel more secure, so you don't need to control something or obsess with something, and then you therefore you notice what is in need of control. Okay, so that is some kind of lesson there about karma with Saturn and Capricorn, which is like a double karma. And if you're a Capricorn, you might know what I'm talking about. So what's happening here? Sagittarius, there's a rule and a caution and a limit with getting something out into the world. So whether that be your own limits, your own cautions, or whatever's limiting you to getting something out into the world. It could be a lack of understanding of a rule, and the rule might not even be you might have a misunderstanding of a rule. There may be a misunderstanding of a rule here. Okay, having to do with your actions. We have first house, that was Mars, a lot of Aries fire energy with Sagittarius, Aries. This is who you are. So you have the maturity to bring about actions and to challenge or even make rules. Maybe you're in a position now to make rules. All right, we have with work, there's a confusion or an over-analyzation of your desires that may have gotten in the way of Aries again, what you think you know, so your thoughts. It's like I titled the last video, don't believe everything you think. So when you believe everything you think, that's a lot. So use your discernment about your thoughts. You have maturity, diplomacy, and the highest idea here. That's why you're getting a fair deal or getting a relationship that is based upon fairness. And it's going to be shown to the world because you've exceeded the limits. This is getting beyond the limits. This is the first card, not the last one. Or I say it the other way around. But it is, you've gone beyond it. Here now, the rules are in relationships. So this is like, okay, morals. Okay, so rules of relationships. Okay, that's confusing. Analyzing the rules of relationships. Well, maybe that's part of your job. Okay, or maybe that is, there's been limits that have been imposed on love. So unconditional love doesn't have those kinds of limits. some kind of perfectionism about getting it out to the world, a limit because it's of perfectionism and getting it out to the world. But that's not being fair to yourself or to the energy, because nothing is perfect. It is exactly the way it is supposed to be. There's a sacrifice here, yeah. So your it's like if you buy in to the idea that something has to be a certain way, then you've already limited it. And then it's unfair to someone because somebody's limited it. Okay. South node. There could be an Aries and a Virgo in their south node, something to do with a confusion or a sacrifice, having an anxiety, or there's a trouble. South node, Aries, trouble. The trouble and confusions regarding some kind of way something looks, I'll call with the perfection of the way something looks. There's been limits imposed on the way love looks because it's not the way somebody wants it to look. Wow. Or something really interesting like that. There's some type of obsession with wanting to, circle of friends, know something. Circle of friends, trouble. Because of what someone thinks they know about this confusion. Somebody's overanalyzed it, imposed their own limits. Somebody's going back. This Saturn energy, this karma, there's lessons. This isn't, karma isn't punishment. It is a return of a frequency. Actually. And it's not good or bad. It's just, I guess when you get the return of what you give out, it's more like, I guess the energy just would like to see if that's what you're going to do again, or you're going to choose something else. Because we have the highest ideas here, and diplomacy and maturity. Something, okay, so the opposite of that would be immaturity, the lowest ideas, and very undiplomatic, and therefore causing the confusion with these rules that I don't even think they are like their beliefs. Somebody's trying to make a rule out of a belief that is meant to limit. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. Saturn, we have limits. Cautions. Oh, about your dreams taking flight with the bubbles, the big old bubbles there. So your dreams are taking flight with Saturn because I said you learned a lesson. All right. So whatever rules someone tried to impose or their beliefs are actually going to limit. It'll gatekeep their own energy or limit themselves. You can't. It doesn't work. Okay. Well, it does. It can, but that is the F around and find out. You never know. You never know who you're dealing with. All right. So your dreams take flight. Caution. So somebody cautioning your dreams taking flight could be a Virgo wanting to sacrifice your dreams because they think they know something about a rule that creates anxiety. With associations and a circle of friends, you're gaining freedom from. There's many thoughts and words with Mercury that has been developed around a mystery with the 8th house. Okay, a little more there, information so we know where we're going. All right, what's happening here? What is this caution? Or this lesson or this whatever that we need to know? Oh, well, here we go. This same card in the same position, your dreams are taking flight. All right. So don't believe everything you think. Okay, so if you don't believe, okay, how about don't believe everything everybody thinks. Let's add that to, okay. Wow. Because there's a golden opportunity front and center. Yes, a golden opportunity. Wow. Somebody wants you to be cautioned by a golden opportunity. Golden opportunity, the clouds are lifting and clear skies. You overcame the limits. I said that. All right. Somebody's working too hard on something. Oh, working too hard on the rules and cautioning. So if you're spending all your time trying to, okay, there's an interesting Zen thing. I think, I don't know if Alan wants is responsible for this one or someone else, but it's about here you have if a spiritual path is a mountain, and then you've got trajectory on the journey up the mountain, then you've got someone running around the bottom of the mountain trying to tell everyone that they're doing it wrong while they're still running around on the ground in circles trying to tell everyone they're doing it wrong. The energy is still climbing up the mountain, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we've got the rules. You have a golden opportunity, so you're educating yourself on your rules about getting whatever it is you'd like to out in the world. Looks like a relationship, a partnership, love, possibly. So putting rules on this love. So a control issue about love, because what is it? Sagittarius. Turning back, walk away, unreceptive to new ideas. Well, that's why the limits are imposed. Because, okay, somebody's in their own fear with these cautions and these limits. Okay, these false rules are causing trouble, anxiety, cautions, and limits, and now it's like no turning back. Walk away, unreceptive to new ideas. This is a boombox, and this is the 80s. All right. There's rules from the 80s. Yeah, old constructs that don't create golden opportunities for sure. They're limits that were imposed for a reason on these relationships. So this is relationships from the 80s, or this is something to do with the 1980s. Burnout, not caring, your drive dies quickly. These new ideas that's why a golden opportunity is here, because these other ideas are having to do with these old rules are burning out, or you're walking away, burning out, or people are walking away from the ideas, or they're old constructs that's just, they're breaking up. They're breaking up. Okay, that's okay. They're breaking down. The old constructs are breaking down to break free from. There's shady deals over here. Dark road, moonlighting. That's a hilarious. Get a fair deal. Shady deals. Can't make this up. All right. So there is different opportunities that are going to be challenging, that tells me. Within relationship, there's shady relationships. Somebody's, again, working hard on something, but it's a no, because they're winging it, trying to be perfect. I mean, that's not going to work. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, codependency or dependence. This is the caution, taking a look at why these Nine of Pentacles are in reverse, these limits, Virgo energy, or this isn't freedom. This is the opposite. This is a Saturn lesson. So, and this is definitely physical. A golden opportunity, clear skies. There's lightning here. So something's going to strike very quickly or very suddenly. What is this caution or this golden opportunity striking suddenly? Wow. With or about a home or Four of Wands in reverse. Somebody imposed limits on a Four of Wands, which then turned into a Four of Wands in reverse, or because someone is in a Four of Wands in reverse, upheaval within their own foundation, as simple as that, or as conflicted as power struggles within a community. Whatever it is, this energy is not getting a golden opportunity. You're getting a golden opportunity or an offer to get you to move or to move away from or to go beyond the limit that was imposed on the Four of Wands, 1111, or this was a karmic lesson with an ex or a family dynamic, or just because we have the fourth house over here. I think my husband just got home. Okay. I have a sign on the door that I'm doing a meeting. Okay. Oh, with a group. Oh, this group's celebrating somebody's instability, imposing limits for instability. This is doing something on purpose. Having to do with the confusion or sacrifice. You miss a golden opportunity. Okay. Five of Cups. So those are those 3 cups we just saw. They're all celebrating and now they're spilled. So you're not paying attention to these cups as expected. Yeah, look. As expected. And here's the plan. Oh my gosh. 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. So this energy's looking over here going, okay, you're going to be focused on what you're losing or what you have. Incredible. Okay, so there's a 2 of Cups coming in. All you had to do was see the golden opportunity within the situation. Okay, what is this in here? The 5 of Cups. Slide back out. This was an injustice with the group about blocking a golden opportunity. These cautions were an injustice. The limits imposed with Saturn. Of course, that's karma. And that is, you may have been someone's karma. Okay, so we don't walk away to teach someone a lesson. We walk away because we learned ours, especially when there is an injustice that is occurring with the group. Okay. Libra here, Queen of Wands. Okay, Aries. Energy specifically at this time with a plan about 2 of Cups. To impose rules as some kind of authority, but it's not an authority. It's a power move. So if there's a power struggle, there's a power move somewhere. So there's a power move of some sort. That's the truth. Ace of Swords. So somebody has that King Arthur ability to take the sword out of the stone somewhere. Let's see. 7 of Cups. Cautions and limits due to emotions, because that 5 of Cups came out. So we got emotions here. Somebody wants you to say no to a golden opportunity and stay stuck in your emotions. And yes, that's an injustice. It's an injustice to yourself, and it's an injustice to your future and the world here. Okay, so it's about closing out this cycle. Something's turning back on this energy because it's turning back. You're not turning back time, or so it's turning back. So going back. Yeah, disappointment. Some disappointed because you walked away. You didn't like the rules because they don't even make any sense with the 3 of Swords. It's like hurtful. Page of Cups, hurtful, immature. You could be unavailable at this time. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Unable to put the hard work into something disappointing over and over because You move beyond it. The rules don't apply. The rules don't apply. Wow. Shady deals, dark road, Queen of Swords. Okay, this is interesting because this is on relationships and diplomacy. No, shady deals, moonlighting. It could be moonlighting, could be a Cancer energy, keeping something to themselves here about it. From the past, Wheel of Fortune, movement, Hermit in reverse. This is outside energy from the past. Hermit in reverse, Six of Cups. Then the Wheel of Fortune, closing out the pattern, and then the world, closing out the entire cycle. The Chariot, moving forward, but in such a way that the shady deals are coming out. They're being seen. Yeah, because that's what it's saying. Oh. Being asked to value your self-worth with the diamond. Diamond is relevant at this time. There are many facets to this situation, as there are many facets to this diamond. This is about valuing your self-worth, seeing yourself as God's precious gem. Be getting a diamond. Maybe that is the golden opportunity. True love. Ooh, healthy communicationships and relationships. So aqua aura. So healthy communication is going to be required for this golden opportunity. And of course, that just makes sense. Okay, so what else here? With this energy. Oh, bless your heart and let yourself sparkle and shine is in reverse. Okay, all these cautions are because you are being asked to be bold and be your bigger than life side to the world, to shine. So it's like your light was irritating and cautioning, or because you were shining bright, there became a power struggle and all these cautions, limits, and rules. I mean, how many more about relationships, or what you do, or how you do it, or how you bless, or what you bless, or boy, because we got bless your heart in reverse. This is being able to reach out for emotional support. So you could have done something on your, wow, yeah, maybe you did something on your own, because the emotional support system has all these limits and cautions. So the emotional support system actually doesn't help someone shine and sparkle like the diamond we saw on the thing, and this beautiful ruby. Okay, so if something was dulling, or it vamped off of something else. So reflections. The diamonds right behind it. This, be gentle with yourself in reverse. Overdoing things. Okay, all these limits were it could have been self-limiting or self-limiting beliefs, not honoring unique qualities, which could be very dulling for a community. When you have a group of people and they're all the same, or you expect them to be all the same, then how can you have a diverse team if the group is all the same? So it's about having new ideas that pertain to growth, and not focusing on perfectionism, because when you do that, you don't see it for how it is. So it's allowing for the flaws, allowing for the openness, the self-confidence required to choose diplomatically. This is setting and maintaining boundaries from any shady deals or disappointing past things here with the 80s turning back here card. You're being asked to have self-confidence, take responsibility for your actions. So we've got follow the golden rule in reverse. So there was a not consideration of others. I was trying to say that with this group, but that card that has limits. Okay, so someone's limits or beliefs doesn't have to be your limits or beliefs. You're focusing on the positive, regardless of what's going on around you, because that's what you're being asked to do. Learn from your mistakes is in reverse. So this is all about some kind of perceived mistake or lesson that is learned. I said that at the beginning. You learned something from Saturn, and now it's like somebody thought they were exempt from the karma, but they're not exempt from the karma of this situation. Be yourself in reverse. Yeah, not exempt from the karma. It's like karma doesn't lose an address. It's an energy. Okay, it doesn't always come back as expected or when expected, and it doesn't come back to do anything but to show how to make a different choice. Somebody may not want to learn from their mistake here or want to put limits. So, it's like if you limit something and then if you go beyond that limit, ooh, it's a mistake. It's like, pointing, or what is that, micromanaging or pointing out things unnecessarily is what I'm getting with this energy. Yeah, grinding gears, working hard on it. I want you to work hard on something, or somebody's working hard on something that's not going to work, which is very draining. And it's the gears grinding and it doesn't go anywhere. It's a no, cut short, uphill battle, fighting a lost cause. Yeah. Okay. I'm not even going to add to that. Okay. So, ripe for the picking, perfect timing, get ready. Bananas. Fruit, you're bearing fruit, your tree's bearing fruit. There's an energy blockage here. It says no, energy is being blocked, weighed down by worry. Okay, now somebody's weighed down by worry because they worked real hard on imposing limits. Okay. Trust your feelings, fulfill your heart's desires with these relationships and a fairness and a diplomacy. It's like making choices that you are, living with these. Learn from your mistakes, taking accountability and responsibility about what you're attracting and buying into what experiences you're buying into with these relationships, and then what you can learn from them, not what you can get out of them. It's not the same. Okay, not able to proceed, closed in negotiations, whatever is not fair or whatever that justice in reverse that was created, it's not able to proceed. It's burnt out. It's burning out. Somebody's drive is dying quickly about it. Yeah, because somebody celebrated too soon. Five of Swords. Okay, this win at all costs. Somebody tried to win this opportunity at all costs, or block an opportunity, put a limit on an opportunity. High Priestess, you are aware of this, or you are balanced within yourself here. We got Pisces, Lovers. Wow, with the choice. So doing choices you can live with. We got Gemini, Pisces, Judgment. Okay, making good calls when it comes to relationships. Okay, do this. What are the messages here for the collective today? Nine of Cups, Death in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. It was a wish fulfillment to get information. Empress in reverse, an imbalance for distorted feminine energy. The Empress in reverse, Tower, just Libra. We got Aries, the Tower back there. Then we've got gaining or learning information, and the Death falls out. The Death. Okay. death card, the death. I don't know why I called it the death. That's interesting. I think it was here. We have Scorpio, getting information, spying, unhealed, worried about a foundation. Okay, see what we can learn here. Okay, it was burdensome. Yeah. Well, now these cautions and limits, someone cannot see where they are going. Their gears, they grinded their gears, and they're still the path is wow. The path is blocked. Hurtful endings, two endings, two tens, two endings, two cycles, which end patterns, which end generational fallacies, I want to say. Okay. Queen of Cups behind it. There's that Judgment. And the Two of Swords. Okay. It's about making a judgment call or a choice, or somebody was at the crossroads with these rules. Wow. Walked away. Walked away. It's about right for the picking. This is from the past. Hang on here. Page of Wands is in reverse. News is you did walk away. You took a higher call, and you will make a different choice, or there is another choice. There is a yes here. Not everybody is aware of your choices here, so that would be confusing if somebody was looking at your story and not seeing what you're choosing. Chariot in reverse. Unable to look anymore, I guess. Whoever didn't put a diplomatic effort here. I got the Chariot in reverse, and I'm looking over here at the Chariot upright. This is opposing energies. This is about a mistake or somebody's heart's desire and a golden opportunity. There's an obsession with the wheel, somebody's wheel, controlling the wheel of a chariot. Okay, well, this is also Archangel Metatron with the wheel and the chariot. Okay, so there is a sorting, whoops, that goes over here. There's a sorting out about this heart's desire, Scorpio, water, Cancer energy, judgments. Now somebody was placed in a position where they didn't expect. I want to get another one here on this energy, 10 of Wands. Yeah, being turned down because of the limits, or all the limits and cautions, and this 7 of Cups. It's right here, twice now, right here on a golden opportunity. You know what to turn down. So if anything is confusing, you know what to turn down. Somebody might not like rejection, but that is due to their own limits and rules. All right, we've got this Judgment on the, okay, so crossroads energy, the world on a crossroads, are the highest ideas of the world with Judgment here, and Archangel Metatron. There's what, Gabriel with blowing the horn, or another, I don't know who blows the horn, but this is the world and choices and fairness and karma. What's happening? Wow, Hermit. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Rejection again. Not planting. It's like a rotten fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. No, doesn't. Wait, yeah. So, rotten fruit don't do what? Oh, something like that. Whatever that saying is, that's what came to me with this banana and the fruit. And then the seeds that were planted were faulty. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, okay. So when you are led to a choice, you went within and made a good one here. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, there's a group here without the right fruit. There's a lamp being shown on the fruit that was what? In question, should I say? And whatever fruit that is for your story, I don't know. Virgo needing to make a choice or unable to make a choice or needs to go within to make a choice before something goes out to the world, because there was a rule imposed on someone who is keeping to themselves. And a plan. So now there's diplomacy and fairness and a plan. You've got the world in your hands here with the Two of Wands. Temperance, healed. Nine of Wands in reverse. This angel is watching this energy that doesn't have too many stable choices. The choices are, got two choices in relationship. 1, 2, 3 here as well. We've got the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So whatever chariot, whoever was driving that energy with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the angels are giving signs or guidance here. Somebody's unable to make a fair choice. Well, they're not going to go to a fair deal because somebody wasn't fair. And now they're disrupted. Page of Swords in reverse with their information or why they were involved or looking at something. Page of Swords upright is getting information. It could be spying, but it's, how the information is used in the long run. So in reverse, it's not used. It's used in such a way that it's disruptive or limiting or non-productive, or it's to show something isn't what is it? It's like if somebody's just living their life and then somebody goes out of their way to show something's not perfect when, that's not what was even being presented. So they're wasting a lot of time for nothing. I don't know. I don't know why people do what they do or why energy does what it does. It's worried now, though. It was a mistake. The air, the thoughts, anxiety or trouble. Okay, wait a minute here. Because I know that South Node came out in that other reading, and I'm sure I showed it in the camera. Okay, there was trouble, and this is part of that trouble. Somebody wasn't fair in their exchange of information, for sure. With the world, about a Two of Cups, or about a Three of Cups, or about all the cups. About a story or a storyline or a progression of things pertaining to a home or a community or rejection or what somebody does not want to do anymore. I'm going to take one more round with these and then I'll close it out. What is this? Oh, that was so fast. Okay. There's a golden opportunity here, the Yes card, on the overcoming the limits of Saturn, and because it feels right. It's a good idea, and it's aligned with your values. Okay. Yes, it feels right, and it's aligned with your values. There's 2 X's. I'm not quite sure what this picture is supposed to represent, but I'm talking about Saturn and limits and karma. Okay. No, feeling out of sync. Feeling right, feeling out of sync. Okay, Sagittarius or a Virgo or Aries, out of sync or projecting the energy of out of sync, or if they were in sync, or if this was some kind of synchronistic alignment, it is no longer. It is showing you you learned your lesson. There's no longer in sync. You're not in something like that. Okay. This is coming out sideways about your harvest. Plenty. And here I had the banana and I was talking about the rotten fruit or something. And here's all the freaking fruit coming out coming out sideways though. Not everybody's harvest is always going to look the same. Okay, so it's one energy is starved and the other one is full of possibilities with all this plenty. Okay, so it's going to be obvious soon. Yeah, because you're rising to the challenge, floating on air. You're advancing with these balloons. And it's misty or it's something. It's like these balloons are, it's not clear. So you're just, let's see, you're in the energy of plenty. So you went from, you're starving this energy of limits and cautions. You're starving it out, or the judgment, or the, oh, you're being guided to do so. It says no, learn from your experience. Old ways no longer work. Somebody's old ways no longer work. Like oil and water, separate lives drift apart. One more, and then I'm gonna get some advice and close it out. And then I get a whole bunch. Let's try one more. One more. No, beyond your ability, done to death, not viable. This, no, somebody's not going, yeah, it was done to death. It was, my goodness, I dropped it. What was that one? A shady deal. There's a shady deal that's been done to death. And here, a fair deal's right here. So missing out on a fair deal would benefit someone here. So you're being asked to be fair to yourself so you receive a fair deal and not be blocked by, you could be irritating someone else's, or your life could be irritating right now, someone else's dema. I meant to say karma or demons, and they just kind of came out as dema. There's something that is in the form of somebody's hungry for attention. Immature, being hungry with these bubbles in reverse. Their opportunities aren't big. Something's not big or beyond. Somebody thought something would be big, beyond, and perfect, but it's not. Third eye in reverse, ground your light is in reverse, sacred divinity is in reverse. So very, again, you walked away because you learned your lessons. You're not responsible for anything here with this other energy. It's about knowing what you're responsible for and what you're not. That's a lesson in itself. You have potential growth with this golden opportunity and a birth of creation with number 6. Again, Virgo or karmic or work related or messages. Here's messages are in reverse. Spirit messages are in reverse. You're receiving messages. This is observe limitations. Limits imposed, limitations imposed, observing them, going beyond them. Once you do that, it's like unstoppable because you your awareness created something. You observed and you got the message that you are not limited. Okay, your hummingbird spirit there. You have an eternal union taking place. New or renewed love is forming. New love is forming. Somebody didn't want you to see or get the message of something that felt right because they aren't mature enough to receive this. Okay. You're being asked to use mindful wisdom at this time with the owl. So we got a lot of animals here. And then the shadow. So the shadow's in reverse with these limits. Okay. I said the shadow aspect of some. I remember saying it somewhere that we had the shadow aspects of limits and stormy relationships. This is number 21, illuminating the shadow. Number 21, that is the world card. That is over here. Focusing on a solution. I said focus. Capricorn is focus. Somebody didn't want you to focus on a solution to get a fair deal. You used mindful wisdom, received the messages you were meant to receive, and you illuminated the shadow. Yeah, your light irritated somebody's demons who wasn't being fair. Shady deals. Ooh. Meditation. Improvements require persistence. We have number 34, number 28, and number 21. 7, 10, and 3. 10, 3, 7, 3, 7, 10. 9, 9, 10, 3, 9, 3, 10, 10, 21. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and I do hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. I'll see you later.